Apparently people like our bloopers. At least like
I'm sure. We say
people.
some dumb shit.
She was even asked during the presser about that, and just kind of we were maybe around in the same general area of like earthquake. Are you okay?
Oh
Oh
my
man.
God. It's like a 5-minute episode and 15 minutes of garbage.
Okay, all right. Rewind.
You gotta wait, when you cut it, you gotta start out with earthquake. Oh fuck. Okay.
Riley comes in. Angel City on the board.
Corner kick presented by Cedars-Sinai. Shifty work into the box. And across, it's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring 2 certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my self-proclaimed shiny turd among all the turds, co-host Angela Morales. You dared me, and I'm gonna say it.
I know. I didn't even triple dog dare you. I was like, I dare you. That is a direct quote from me to my therapist a couple weeks ago, which made her laugh so hard she started crying.
Look,
you're welcome, everyone.
Be ready, everyone. This is a definite shenanisode. We have already been... It's already devolving. And we just started recording all of our previous conversations to this. So yeah, definite shenanisode. We're both on little
sorry
sleep.
In advance. This heat, I'm not sleeping. I've gotten 7 hours of sleep over the last 2 days. So I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's too damn hot.
With that, this special shenanisode is brought to you by our doubleheader week. We have our match preview today of our match against the North Carolina Courage on Wednesday, August 26th. It's at First Horizon Stadium at 5 p.m. Pacific time for us over here. It's going to be broadcasting on CBS Sports.
Boo.
And... yeah. And I believe maybe NWSL Plus, because it was originally supposed to be on Victory Plus, and all Victory Plus broadcasts have been switched over to NWSL Plus. Now, go look. Don't hold us to where you're watching it.
No, don't hold us to the NWSL's shenanigans.
Yeah, but it's a possibility. There is also, this is coming out the same day as the match, so if you have nothing else to do and have not planned for anything to do that afternoon and want to head out from work a little bit early, ACFC is hosting an official watch party at 33 Taps in Culver City starting at 4 p.m. So if you're anywhere near the area and you want to get off of work early, head over there and go hang out with a bunch of other Angel City fans watching the match.
It will likely be packed. They pack it out at the Culver City location. It's not super big. Park in the parking garage on Cardiff, I think it is, or the street that starts with an I that's a block away. It's the best parking. That's not street parking. The food is good. Just either get there early or be ready to wait. It's going to be hot also, and it's open air, so good luck.
Yeah, just main thing for this entire week and probably next week too. It's just hydrate. It's
2.
Yeah. Yeah, do a 2-to-1. Do a beer to 2 glasses of water and kind of keep the balance going.
Yeah.
And then we have a match coming up on a Monday of all days, August 31st versus Balls FC, Boston Legacy FC at Gillette Stadium. Again, it's going to be a 5 p.m. kickoff here for us in the Pacific. It's also scheduled to be on CBS Sports and maybe possibly NWSL Plus. So go ahead and check that out when it actually comes out. Both matches are going to be broadcast on iHeartRadio, which is favorite way to listen to the match. And if you can, listen to Isaac and Tracy. They will have the best insights, best calls. It's just great. So yeah, we've got this doubleheader. It lands really weirdly in our normal episode cadence. So there you go. And our next episode will cover the match after that. We are on a 3-game road trip right now, which is going to be tough. We've been saying points at home are crucial, and they still are. We're still 2 games in hand. Woo!
Technically.
We'll talk about that in a bit. But yes, we're gonna have a tough next couple of matches. We're gonna see who's gonna get healthy and come back. It's 2 weeks on the road. It's just gonna be tough. It honestly is. Yeah, that's what we got coming up.
So this past weekend's game against Gotham, as everybody knows, I was stressed, capital S, stressed, as a closeted Bats fan, which I found out there are many of us in the Angel City community because of the players on Gotham. But I was up in the press box, and I meant to do this a couple weeks ago, actually, and then someone actually DM'd us and was like, hey, can you shout out this organization that's also in the press box and super influential because it's really cool with what they do. One of our listeners hit me up and was like, hey, my daughter is going to be up in the press box with Kids Scoop Media. She's going to hopefully come and say hi to you. And I was like, cool, I'll be able to give you guys stickers finally. We didn't end up crossing paths that day, which bummed me out so hardcore. I wasn't feeling super good, so I ended up going down to our seats and then we just ran home afterwards. But such is life with chronic illness. But we wanted to call out how cool Kids Scoop Media is. They're a local organization that helps get kids involved in journalism and understanding the voices they have in the community through sports, politics, what is it called? Entertainment. I was like Hollywood, movies, like press junkets. And it's really cool because these kids in the press conferences, in the videos I've seen from Kids Scoop Media, they put out fantastic content. The questions they ask in the press conference, a bunch of our listeners listen to the post-game pressers. You always hear a small, tiny voice like, hi, I'm from Kids Scoop Media. Yeah. And they ask a super detailed question and you're like, yeah, that. Yeah. But teaching, it's similar, in my opinion, to the way playing sports teaches you so many intangible skills as an athlete and then that you take for the rest of your life. It's the same thing when it comes to journalism and speaking to people and understanding kind of the inner workings of the world. To get exposed to that so young, that's so cool. So just big shout out to the work they're doing.
Yeah, it's been awesome to hear them. I've heard them on some of the post games asking questions with you, which has been really fun for you too, because you've been more involved with those. And then their Instagram. So if you want to check them out, it's KSM Kids Scoop Media. That's the whole thing. KSM KIDSCOOPMEDIA. On Instagram, go check it out, scoopmedia.org, if you want to learn about them. There's also cool information if you want to get your kids involved or if they want to be involved in what they're doing. It's a nonprofit, 501c3, which is great, so to help support what they're doing. And want to hear more of that. I think it's always good to get the perspective of the kids that are enjoying it or the kids that are like learning what they're doing. And then we've got our perspectives,
and it's always
what's
nice
going on and
in these press conferences, and maybe it's because I've watched sports for a million years at this point, you hear a lot of the same questions, whether it's intentional or not. People are asking the same thing. How do you change your mindset when you're down a goal and then you come back and win? You just do, okay. But when you have someone who is willing to ask a daring question of what does it take for you to get out of the big feelings of that moment to then continue on. These kids are asking fantastic questions. It's so cool, but it's nice to have variety in the press conferences because for me, just to listen, but I know for the players, answering the same questions gets boring.
Yeah. And there's something about answering a question from someone so young and so into what they're doing or learning, suspending a little bit of the maybe they did ask the question that you've heard a million times, but you know what, they had
They haven't heard it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't heard it. And also, did you have the courage when you were like 12 years old to go to a presser and ask a question to a professional player?
Fun because they're usually front row at the press conferences, and they'll ask the question, and you see
they can't
coaches.
See if they're in the back.
It's not that big of a room, but they'll ask the question with a microphone, and you see the players and the coaches all like, yes, talk to me. It's so cute. They're like, okay, yeah. And they're so engaged. And I think that's such an interesting thing that happens when it's, someone is super impressionable. You're like, oh no, I'm going to do whatever I can to keep them comfortable and keep them engaged. And more of that in general.
So yeah, check them out. And I think it's just a great organization. I think share their content. Do us a favor. Go to check them out, share their content with the people you know, and then right immediately following that, share our content with the people you know, and win-win for everybody. So
everybody wins. Everybody wins. Yeah. So to quickly recap, the
0-0 win.
The 0-0 win against Gotham. Ethan submitted his weekly haiku of Sarah Gordon, boss. Even with draw, it felt like win. Pen save season shift? ?
That was a big save for a
and
dumb
just
call.
3 for 3. Our girl is 3 for 3 on saving pens from dumb calls.
So early on, we know that Angelina was having like a down period, right? And we talked about it, and we had our thoughts, right? We're always about building up the criticism here, but it's not about putting anybody down. There was a little bit of a discourse of, do we switch out Angelina? But I think she was given the chance to keep going. She was given the chance to keep performing, and she did well. She was even asked about it during the presser, where she admitted or acknowledged the fact that, she was training too hard. And that's a thing, right?
You're doing too much. Yeah.
You're doing too much. You're overcorrecting, which is making things worse. Right. Mm-hmm. And pulling back a little bit and being able to focus in on what you need to do. And you don't have to go hard 100% of the time, right? That will burn you out, or that will reinforce bad things.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're at that level, it's so easy to get lost in the sauce. And we've talked about this a ton. You're doing a million things. You have all these little ticks, and to be an elite athlete, to be a professional musician, like any elite performance, you're a little bonkers. All of us at that level we're all a little off our rockers. You kind of have to be to obsess that much about something, and it's not a bad thing. It's just the truth. But it can get to a point where all those little minute details become this mountain of things that clouds what the actual goal is. And sometimes you kind of just have to take a step back and look at this and be like, this house of cards doesn't make any sense anymore. Whack. And break it down and just really get back down to basics, because all of a sudden you remember why you want to be there, what the goal is, and how to do it. And you can see it with a lot more clarity. And she didn't say that outright, but you saw it in her face of, I just had to chill out to remember what my job is. Yeah. What the point is. And that it happens in baseball and basketball, football, every sport, everything.
To bring it back to last week's episode, it's exactly when Gordon Bombay had to take a step back. He had to go back to his home pond, kind of do a little couple of laps. He even did it in D2, where he had to go by himself on Venice Beach and go around on some rollerblades in the sunset. Yeah. And he's got to recenter himself and figure out, like, who am I doing this for?
You have to 1, 2, 3 triple deke and just remember what it's about.
Yeah, and then nobody cares about D3, so we'll move on.
I'm also glad everybody was in agreement. It's like, I don't care about that. It's D2 Mighty Ducks, and that's it. Ducks fly together, guys. Yeah. Ducks fly together.
I forgot where I was going to go from here. But I think...
You have to get back to the heart of it and remember the simplicity of the sport. The plan is to stop the goal. Yeah. Sometimes that's all it is.
You stop the goal, And you know what? You still can get a point. And the more you stop going in, the better chance you get more in on the other side. Yeah. And at this moment, both Angelina and Giselle are our iron players so far at this point in the season. They have played full 90s for every single match that they have played in. So hopefully we get them all the way through the end. Last year, there was in our little preseason bet thing, like you chose goal, or Casey chose goalkeeper and did not go all the way through.
And that didn't go because she got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good wishes for no injuries and all the minutes. But everyone, Eva looked at me at one point in the second half and goes, "This feels like opening day. This feels like the inaugural match." Everyone in that stadium was on the same page. It was one of the first times I have felt truly that this fan base, for a very long time, was the 12th player. We were the 12th man. And it was so apparent. You could feel it in the press box. You could feel it in the stands. It was just this raucous crowd, and everyone was locked in. And there was a ton of Gotham fans walking around. And I was like, yeah, a ton of Chelsea fans, which I was like, why are they here? And then, Sam Kerr.
Yeah.
But and speaking of Sam Kerr, I have never seen her that frustrated.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was so good.
Being shut down the whole game.
Just, what the hell? Everyone's just flailing. But no, that crowd was amazing. And when the PK was awarded after a ridiculously long call before, or a long run before the VAR was
I got a soapbox in a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but the second that man ran over, whatever, jaunted over to
Pranced.
the TV, pranced. The second he went there, everyone knew they were going to call the PK. Everyone knew they were going to grant it, and it was like, no, it was so loud in the best way.
Yeah.
We've had the force of yelling air helped keep that ball out, I swear to you.
We were talking about this in the Discord too, where honestly, this season it hasn't felt like a home crowd every single game. It's been like
social.
Yeah, it's
a come hang out at Angel City game.
Not a bad thing, but also not the environment that you need sometimes for those games, especially when they're so close, especially when it's only that one goal, especially when you have a draw and you're like really kind of getting the team.
You're trying to push them over the hump.
You're trying to push them over the hump. And they've said they can hear you. They can hear you from the field. They can hear the fan chants. They can hear the criticisms. They can hear you. And being able to get those moments where the entire stadium is really just right behind them, you can tell. Solid performance pretty much this entire game. But you can tell.
This game was easily the best game we played all season. It was,
It was definitely a 0-0 win. And as the consensus came down of a 0-0 draw against the best team in the league at the moment, we'll take it.
And go ahead, finish your thought.
I was just going to say, we've been doing a lot better on those final 10, 15 minutes of the game. We've been doing a lot better when it comes to hitting our passes. Yeah. It feels like every 3 or 4 games is where it breaks down a little bit. You see like again. A little... Yeah. But again, we're seeing those like little steps, and people are getting healthier now. So now we got Savvy, now we got Sid on the bench, and it seems like the game plan is starting to fall back into place. And unfortunately, it's happening now rather than happening at the beginning of the season. So, but yeah, listening to the game felt like it was a different atmosphere.
It was electric. It's the only word that I've been able to really figure out that felt right, because everyone was buzzing, because everyone was locked in. A lot of people were upset more goals weren't scored, but you also have to remember Gotham has the number 1 defense in the league. We are like number 3 or 4 defense in the league. These were top defending teams you're not going to score on.
Gotham's Gotham's keeper is number 1 in saved throughout, goals saved per 90. Girls, I believe, also top in clean sheets in the league.
Yeah.
So when we say we were playing the best team in the league, we were playing the best team in the league. It wasn't like they're just really good. They're that
just
good.
Are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we get too much deeper into this, I really hope Rose is okay.
Yes.
She is very apparently concussed. Walking off the pitch, she was very floaty, and it was just incidental contact, and then she hit her head on the pitch, and it just devolved from there. She was able to walk off okay and have her balance, but homegirl's going to go through it, and I hate that just in general. It's not necessarily me being a Bats fan. I don't want good players. I don't want players getting hurt.
No, we don't want injuries at all. We don't want players to be leaving the pitch because of an injury. We want the players to be leaving the pitch because they got a red card and we're like, hell yeah, get off the field.
They made.
Yeah, exactly. Not because they're concussed and we're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Not because they've rolled their ankle or they're like, or have a bigger injury. We don't want that.
No. And it's crazy. Even I were trying to figure out the right term. So there's a term that's used in sports a lot that this was a monkey's paw. And I was like, what the hell is that? What does it actually mean? I've heard it a ton. She's heard it a ton. We looked it up, and it's not, oh, this bad thing happened, so this good thing happened. It's like an extreme version of that, which is what this was. Of you got the outcome you wanted, which was Rose not playing and scoring on us because she's Rose, MF, and Lavelle.
Yeah.
But it was our center back, Sarah Gordon, was having the game of her life, collides with Rose. She's now on the ground, concussed, and getting medical care, and has come out of the game. We don't know when she's coming back yet. They haven't announced anything. But then Sarah has the game of her life, and we draw a win. But I did not want Rose to play because she was injured. I just didn't want her to play because maybe she was tired that day. Maybe you just didn't score on us because it would hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But I would have loved if one of the rockets towards the goal that Priska had, or that Ali Sentner had been able to get past AKB, but it's on Katzenberger and LOL. Like, no. But as everyone was screaming at Gerald, the referee, ball don't lie when it came to the PK. Ball does not lie. And Big blocked that PK and effectively saved the game, and I think really allowed Angel City to lock in and lock it down and said, okay, if we have 10 more minutes, which is roughly how much there was left in the game, then here we go. And looking at the possession chart after the game was insane, because I was like, oh, we definitely held possession. No. 61-39. Because my mom texted Eva and I that on the broadcast, the TV broadcast, they were saying that Gotham's directive is that their goal upon losing possession is to get the ball back within 6 seconds. But the good thing is that they would get the ball back, we'd disrupt it. And then, so we weren't necessarily holding possession, but neither were they. They would hold it for 2 seconds longer. Yeah,
we would break up the plays, which, like, honestly, listening to the match, watching the match, all of the play breaks, all of the defensive amazingness that was happening from, like, Gordon and from the rest of the team, really. But yeah, Gordon was orchestrating everything back there, and
Sarah Gordon for president. She is our captain. She is the driving force of this team, and I swear to God, that woman can do literally anything. Everyone knows how much I love Sarah Gordon. Sarah Gordon knows how much I love Sarah Gordon. It's just the general consensus between the Discord and Instagram, text messages, everything was, holy shit, Sarah Gordon. The woman you are. And then followed up with, hell yeah, Big Ange. It was just one or both of those messages from everybody.
And Sarah Gordon, there was also a lot of, when are we re-signing Gordon?
Yes. When are we getting the notification that we've extended her contract?
Yeah. Because, come on now. Parsons, you've got... That's
a different
You've got a couple of simple things to do. You still got a couple of big things to do, but come on.
Yeah.
Okay. let's just do roundabout. This was another extra long week. So we had a Wednesday match and then the weekend match. This coming week is going to be another one where we have the Wednesday match here. Then we got the weekend. We play on Monday. It's going to be a big long one. We're starting to stack up a lot of the games towards the end of the season. Let's see. Racing Louisville beat the Reign 2-1.
Helpful. Thanks, Racing.
Yeah. Houston beat Chicago 5-0. I need to go back and watch the highlights on that one.
You don't.
Oh, no?
It's just goals.
It's just goals.
Sad. Goals and sad.
The Wave beat Utah 4-2. KC and Seattle drew 1-1. And North Carolina, who we're going to be playing, beat Boston, who we're going to be seeing afterwards, 2-1. Portland beat Denver 1-0. Chicago came back and beat Racing 3-2. We have a 1-0 win over Orlando over the Spirit, and Bay beat Houston 1-0, and then we had our draw being the last of the match. We keep getting the last match of the weekend.
I will say we decided not to watch the Racing Chicago game because we're like, eh. And the next thing, 5 goals were scored, and we're like, okay. But the Orlando Spirit game was crazy because Orlando hit that goal 3 minutes in. But then Boston and Houston was bonkers because Silky had a double save, like bam, save, which was surprising that I don't know why that also wasn't up for save of the week. Silky had a fantastic game, and I'm so happy that they pulled that win out because Bay FC has a special place in my heart because one of my best friends from college is a Bay FC season ticket holder, and so we're constantly screaming at each other through the games for both teams. And we've been playing at the same time a lot lately, so there's been a lot of that constantly between my friend Sarah and I. So, what's up, girl?
Okay, we're going to get to the Chaos Award, which for certain is VAR. We're going to have to talk about VAR again. We're going to have to talk about the damn long time that it takes VAR to make a decision. Message to the refs. VAR is an assistant referee. You still make the decision on the field. Just because they're showing it to you does not mean they are correct. You saw what happened on the field. They're seeing the same shit we're seeing on the TV, maybe with a couple of extra angles. But we could be yelling at the TV like that was a foul, that wasn't a foul, whatever. You're the one that was on the field.
Yep.
Call it like it is.
Yes or no.
You have the power to be like, no, I don't agree, and walk away. That's good, bad, indifferent, whatever. But if it takes you that long, it's not.
Then it means it wasn't clear and obvious.
Clear and obvious, right? So I did a little deep dive.
Clear and obvious tattoo down my leg, like clear and obvious.
Next to the FERT tattoo?
Yeah. Clear and obvious FERT.
Okay, so I went on a little deep dive. There is no clear database of VAR decisions. So I went through on the Pro website and the VAR report that they do weekly, clicked through all of them.
God bless
I had time. I had extra time today. Don't worry about it. Clicked through all of them and found Angel City incidents. VAR has been our enemy just since it got implemented. And we were the first ones to go down on VAR, right? With June's goal, which was atrocious. So we're not friends. VAR and us? Nah. This season alone, there has been 4 VAR interventions. Each one of them has not gone our way. So we've had a disallowed goal in Chicago. That was the first one. It was a Svendi's goal, and it got disallowed, which means it was called as a goal, and then VAR said no. We were denied a penalty in Utah. It was a penalty against Ari, and it was called as a penalty, and then VAR came in and said, oh, Giselle was offside 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
But apparently that counts. So that was a denied penalty. It was taken back. Then we have the disallowed goal last week it should have been Sentner's brace in that match.
Yeah.
But due to handball from Priska, which was completely a BS call.
Yep.
And then we've got this week, right?
So it's 5.
Another BS call. So then it's 5. It's 5.
So you take this hand and you whack. Like,
it's completely bonkers that.
Yeah,
And the thing is that I can maybe say out of one out of these 5, the VAR is okay. Maybe if you want to sway that way.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, honestly, they were not clear and obvious. And that's the threshold that it's supposed to have. It's not supposed to have, let me see it at 200% slower and let me see where the shoelace was. Yeah, enhance. No, it's not that.
The interesting thing for me is that so many of them are called back, or the VAR review is instigated, or I don't even know the right terminology for that. Initiated, we'll say that, a good minute after it happened, which tells me enough that it wasn't, they had to already be like, yes, no. Okay, fine, review it.
Yeah.
Then don't let play continue if it's that big of a thing.
I do know that, or I've heard when they actually do last week's handball, right?
Yeah.
And disallowed goal. This week, pro refs went, oh shit, my bad. Yeah, that shouldn't have been disallowed.
Yep.
And it's just, oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad doesn't give us our points, right?
And
no. And
not
then,
to say that we should be relying on the referees, but when it's that egregious, the hell?
So there's definitely a level of we need to be playing to not have the referees be involved. But when you're in a matchup that is so closely tied and you want to be the main character in this, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's why you get booed.
Yeah. And LA does not like, you have
hostile.
all collectively shit the bed.
We are a hostile group.
Yeah. So it's all BS. And I think all of the tweets and everything that we saw afterwards about this was like VAR or pro refs really saved themselves another apology by the fact that Angelina blocked that pen, because it would have had to be another review, another like, oh, my bad. Because even someone on our Discord was like going back to look at the other handball that happened a couple weeks ago and was like, nope, that one wasn't a handball. This one's a handball. Why was this one? And I like, so in the presser, someone asked Coach Leaf, what did he think about the call? Granted, he has to play the coach.
He has to be careful.
He has to be careful. Yeah. So he has to watch his words. But his quote, and I think I wrote it down correctly. My English is not that good, but I know clear and obvious.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It was just so good because he goes, I watched the clip again earlier and he goes, you know what I think? Like, it's like, duh.
Yeah.
And he goes, but I can't say a lot on it. And it was very facetious. And I'm like, oh, you've thought about this. I love this. Yeah. My English might not be that good, but I know what clear and obvious means. Damn, sir. Yeah. Okay. It's just bonkers and it's frustrating. And we talk about it a lot that you can't play a game dependent on a call from a referee, regardless of sport. You can't. You have to play to the top to win. Yeah. But when you are, and you're executing everything the way you should be.
But the thing is that soccer is a game of very low margins. It's a low scoring game. So interventions by the ref are definitely going to affect the game. They have
big impacts.
It's not like a basketball game where you have 299. At that point, if they're intervening at the very end where they're like screwing the tempo and everything, okay, I understand that. But in the course of the game, it's one bad call, two bad calls. It's not really effective in the entire game. In a soccer match, it is, right? Yep. It can screw everything up. So fix it. I'm gonna put that little girl with the cotton candy
with
thing
coffee?
Again. Yeah.
Just put that.
Yeah, but then this time with eyebrows down. Like, okay.
Which they did not have in the press box. Thank God.
They're like, oh, Angela, we saw.
She needs to chill. Even Tracy was like, tell me about this coffee. I heart Tracy. Because Isaac was like, was the coffee that good? She was like, what coffee? What are you talking about? So I was telling her. It was a very funny conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All
let
right.
us know. Because, guys, this is our first check-in with Permutation Primo. He's
Yes. Yeah. Back, baby. All right. I'm going to start this off with 2 games in hand. And then insert laughing and crying emoji. It's a good thing, but also it's not going to be that good. All right.
Not that much longer.
Angel City is in 9th place currently with 26 points and amazingly still a +7 goal differential, which is bonkers to me that with a +7 we're down in 9th. And that really just comes down to the fact that our losses were a lot. And we're stacking up these draws. We're losing points on each one of these draws. And when we're losing these points, especially at home, it's not helping us, right?
Nope.
We're going to have a tough next 3 matches because they're all on the road. So it's going to be a really long road haul. That's just going to make things even harder. So that's what it is. Whenever we're looking at games in hand, the best thing to think about it is, look, everybody else, literally everybody else in the league has played 1 to 2 more matches. Currently, to be like up to date on all your matches, it's 21. We are at 19. Yep. And we are the only team. So this midweek match that we're going to have, a Monday match, yeah, this midweek match is one of our games in hand, I believe, that gets closer to pairing with everybody. Again, the entire league does not actually even out until the 16th. September 16th is the day where all teams will have played the same amount of matches and will be the true standings before we get into that final push for the playoffs.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
The best way to, like I was saying, the best way to think about games in hand is ideally you would have 2 wins, right? So you would have 6 extra points. Even 2 weeks ago or something like that, those 6 points would have put us in like 3rd place or like 4th place or something. Like something crazy to think about how we had our season start off.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a little bit more like, oh, okay. Yeah. These 2 games right now would put us at 7th place. With pretty much everybody above us having played all their matches. The only team being North Carolina, who we're going to be playing, so they will be evened out by the end of this week. So again, we can't be dropping these points. You guys are making it harder on Permutation Primo to figure out all the permutations because we're so low on the table.
And the thing is, right now we're going into this week, we're sitting in 9th place, and we're battling out for 7th, 8th, like question mark, could be either one right now, with Kansas City, Seattle, and Houston. All 4 of us are like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Everyone's having a really wildly good and weird season. Seattle is like on a tear, but then not. And then Kansas City is really good, but maybe not always. And Houston, what the hell? Houston made up so much of their goal differential, which helped them move up.
Yes.
So much in that last game against Chicago. So there's a lot of movement happening in like the middle of the table right now. Yeah. And we'll talk about it a little bit, but this matchup with North Carolina is key.
Yes. Yeah.
Super key.
It's a very important game. Like I said, North Carolina is at 20 matches played at 33 points. We are at 19 matches played at 26. So we need all the points we can muster. I believe we only have, 3 home games left?
Something like that. Not too many.
Something like that. Not too many. Someone will correct us because I'm not actually looking at the schedule at the moment. But we don't have that many.
There's more than 3 because we have our next home game is on
September 11th.
9/11. Yeah.
Then 9/16. We're playing
9/16.
And then October 25th. And,
is that it?
And then
how depressing.
Day. Yeah. So we're only 4 home games left.
And I'm going to miss one of them for a wedding. Okay. I'll be fine, I guess.
but you're happy that you're going to the wedding.
I am happy that I'm going to that wedding. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about with both of these upcoming matches. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right. We've already gone crazy long on this episode. So if you've made it here or if you skipped all the way to here, good on you.
Good for you.
Yeah. You missed some amazing stuff right before this. But let's kind of hit the highlights because we've got 2 matches that are coming up before we talk to you again. Tell us what we should be looking at, both North Carolina and then up in Boston.
Yeah. So North Carolina... team's already obviously out there. The game is in a few hours to when you're listening to this. But the biggest thing with North Carolina is Ashley Sanchez. I think I've talked about Ashley Sanchez every single season. I will continue to do it because she is that damn good. She is originally from Pasadena. She's an Angelino, essentially. She's number 2. That's it. That's all. She's a forward. She is having the season of a lifetime. Right now, she's leading the Golden Boot race, and she's on a friggin' tear. She has beat her own. I talked about her the last matchup too. I was like, we got to mark her, because at the time she had already either beaten or tied her own season high in goals scored, and that was 2 months ago in June. And now she has 13 goals on the season. That's a lot, guys. To play 20 games and you've scored on average, like 2/3 of them, that's big time, or 3/4 of them. She's been on and off the national team. I think everyone across the league, players, fans, coaches, former players, retired players, are like, call her up, especially with especially with Olivia Moultrie out with an ACL tear. Why not? Why not? She's a fantastic, phenomenal player, and she deserves the credit where credit is due. And there's a ton of other really good players on North Carolina, but that's the biggie. She will score on you and be like, haha, I told you. She's so fun to play, or so fun to watch play. But overall, the way I said going into the Gotham game, our defense has their game cut out for them. Same thing here, because there's a lot of different people on North Carolina that can score. And I would love, granted, I want us to win every game, but I would love for us to kick off a road trip with a win like this. Our historical matchup with North Carolina, again, relatively even. I'll say, like I said last time, I hope we win because I want more numbers in our win column. 4 wins for us, 2 draws, and 3 losses. So many of these matchups are so even. It pisses me off because it doesn't always feel that way. We have every opportunity to take advantage of the draw that was a win. And take that energy and fly high and have fun and go. I'm excited to watch this game. I hope it's on NWSL Plus and not CBS Sports, so I'll be pissed. I'll find a VPN. I will find a way to watch it. But no, this is going to be a very important game because not only does it kick off this road trip, it kicks off this stretch of who are we? And we showed up and we knew who we were in that Gotham game. Can we continue this the next 3 games and keep that momentum rolling? Keep the goal scoring going? And honest to God, if we had any other keeper that we were going up against this last game, we would have scored. I'll be frank. Any other keeper, it's going in. So that's my recap or pre-cap of North Carolina is Ashley Sanchez is really fucking good, and we need to play good defense, but we also really need to score. Basically, duh and duh. These are things I've said before, and I will say them again. North Carolina is a team that knows how to win in its core. Spiritually, they are a winning team forever and always. They've won championship multiple times. They have historically very good, but maybe they're just not this time. And we can take advantage of that, or we can exploit things, or we can get in their heads and figure that out. Please, soccer gods, let us win this game.
Yeah.
So then,
then we travel to Boston.
Any extras? I don't want a lot of stoppage time. I want a clean 92 minutes, let's say, because then we probably bust it up to Boston from North Carolina. Play the Boston Legacy in Gillette Stadium. They've been bouncing back and forth between Gillette and Rhode Island, I think it is. Starts with a P. I don't remember what it's called, but they've been playing in different places while they get their stuff figured out stadium-wise in Boston. And I am stressed that it's at Gillette because they pull a damn good crowd. And that crowd helps. As we know, we pack out 20,000 people, 15 to 20,000 people every game. We know what it's like to be in a stadium like that and to be in a big arena. And Balls FC, which, sorry, I have a ton of friends that are Boston fans, but like I've seen too much about this wild marketing unroll. But Boston, this is going to be our first ever matchup with them. We have not played them at all. This game, and we end the season with them in Carson.
In Carson, yeah.
In Carson. So players to watch if you haven't been watching a lot of Boston games is one of them is Bianca St. George's. I'm not the biggest fan for a variety of reasons. She's a defender. She's been in the league since 2019. And it's not that I'm not a fan because she's not good or something like that. Like, you have to be in order to be in a league. Like, duh. She's played around North Carolina, then went to Utah, then came to Boston. She is a very, what's the right word? She's a player that toes the line of this is a clean play and this is not a clean play.
She's overly aggressive.
Yes. In weird ways and at weird times. And it doesn't always make sense. I don't know what the issue is. And she's always been that player. And she's a Canadian national team player. Same thing there. It's just the vibe. And I'm curious if it was exacerbated in North Carolina because there was history there for many players, McCall Zerboni, Merritt Mathias, somebody I can't think of, and then Bianca St. George's, of physical players whose physicality was used for the team, but like at the end of the day against the player, in the sense of they towed that line of, am I just physical or am I too aggressive, causing issues? I have always, and like I said it when Merritt was still playing, and in order for the entire league to hate you, you have to be good. And that's the thing. You don't like players that are that good, but it's also like, you're so good, but at what cost? She ended up with 2 yellows and was taken out of the debut game for Boston. Like, very first game of the season, homegirl's out with 2 yellows. You're like, what? Make it make sense. She's had additional game suspension because of card accumulation and because of reviews, and it's just the whole thing, and I don't understand it. And you can be very physical without causing possible injury, like without towing that line of so aggressive it's an issue.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. She's controversial for a variety of reasons I don't want to talk about. You can ask me about them. It just makes me mad. And then there's Amanda Gutierrez, who's a fantastic forward out of Brazil. Like, wildly different. She's got a cute little bun, similar to Juju, who plays basketball at USC. She's number 9. She's a forward. She was, I believe, injured at the beginning of the season. She didn't play for a good chunk. And she started subbing in, and she's been scoring, and it's helped turn their season around a little bit. She's on the Brazilian national team. She bounced around playing in the Brazilian league and then to France, then back to Brazil and Palmeiras before she came here to Boston. And Boston in general is full of a lot of young international players that are new to the NWSL, as well as young players who they pulled from other teams. They just, in the trade windows, picked up Lily Reel and Sarah Shapansky from Gotham, which, whoa, Rookie of the Year and almost Rookie of the Year last season. So it's a very interestingly composed team. I am curious to see how their team culture grows and vibes and kind of figures itself out. We need to keep our heads about us and keep our wits about us, because I would put hundreds of dollars. I'm not going to, but I don't bet on sports because it is something nobody needs to do. But I would put money on the fact that it's going to be a little chippy, a little funky, and we just need to keep our heads about us like I said, they're a super physical team, not just BSG, but other players as well. So don't let it get messy. You know what I mean? Don't play into the whistle, but if the whistle blows, oh no. Or if you fall down, whoops. You need to play that we're no longer the new kids card. Like, we know how to handle a new team like this with all the fits and spurts that come with that. And we need to have fun and go in there and say literal balls to the wall and just force them. Because we can. We're fast. We're good. We're fun. We just need to be able to execute that. And if we can play Angel City soccer, we'll be okay. Yeah. They are incredibly disruptive to other offenses, and they can be really sneaky about it, but so can we. And we can use that to our advantage, and we can exploit that youth. And like youth, not just necessarily in age, but in years in the NWSL. Because the NWSL is a very different league than a lot of the international leagues. It's faster, it's more physical, there's a lot more happening. The pace is different. Just, that's a weird match. I don't even know. We can totally win that. We can win everything, but do we know? No. So we'll see. But
they are lower on the table. They haven't not necessarily had the best inaugural season, and it lends itself because of the fact of how young they are and how inexperienced they are. And there's a little bit of a similarity there with the Angel City kind of makeup and stuff. We have the benefit of having a little bit more time under our belts, and we have to, if anybody's still been holding on to we're one of the newer teams in the league, no, that ship has sailed. It's like, no, you can't wear that anymore. You're no longer that.
You're not the rookie anymore. You're 5 years deep.
Yeah, exactly. So, it'll be an interesting one. In isolation, we probably had a really good chance against Boston. In this kind of elongated road trip, it's going to make things harder. Also, it being a Monday is going to make things
that's weird.
Harder. And then in our next episode, we'll start talking about the next match that they have, but they still have another road trip match that they need to think of. So a lot of thought about player rotation, a lot of thought about, and when it comes to player rotation, yes, we've got our players back, but we still don't necessarily have a set rotation. We don't have the depth. We have the depth in theory, but because they haven't necessarily played with each other, we don't. Right? As soon as you swap out a couple players, it falls apart. There's so many variables when it comes to this stretch of games. So, we really need those points. Come on. So, with that...
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, lady.
If you got this far, do us a favor and subscribe to the show. Share it among your friends. Like we said, go check out Kid Scoop Media. Share their platform. Then share ours to the same people. And then there you go. You did your good deed for the week. Check out casualfc.com for all the pod links and social media links. We're also on YouTube so that you can see us if you're listening to us. Come join us on the Discord. It's free. Check out the socials for the invite link. And it's just a good time. We actually even just started a new channel for music and books. So we've got a whole bunch of recommendations that went out in there. And I think it's just really fun to kind of keep the community going. We're multifaceted people. Yes, we're all here for Angel City, but what are we going to do with the other 6 days of the week? And then the best ways to support the pod is share a comment on any one of our episodes or any one of our posts on social media. It's all about engagement. Grab some merch at shop.casualfc.com. There's a couple of new things that have come out. A lot of our core things are still up on there, and go check them out. And if you feel so inclined and you want to help support the pod by buying us a coffee, check out our link on our socials or go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's an easy way to throw us a couple bucks and kind of keep this thing going. And tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. They have a long road trip, so make sure you tell quite a few people about the pod so that we can send that and we can let them dole it out as they need to along the trip. So we're going to need quite a bit more this time. And with all of that, thanks for sticking around for this shenanigan, everyone. Hopefully I edit out all the things that I'm supposed to edit out because this is very late. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you on the internet. Right. Welcome to Loose Turds, the podcast.
We'll just put that at the end with no context.
This is how you know I'm so fucking tired.